Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight.
Damn. They left it slumped on the sidewalk like that, no tent, no nothing.
A gun attack in California leaves 3 Jamaicans shot, 2 of them dead. Tonight we're learning more about the victims as investigators search for the gunman behind this deadly shooting. Also developing tonight.
Me in a bathroom a bathe. Me little girl. Me ask him what time, he say 9 minutes after 4. So me say, Akila go for your rake, line up your rake and a bag. Before we go out the road, me rake and go market, go buy me goods to go sell. Akila come out the door and come and run back. Mummy, fire! Fire the pan Boop's house.
Clarendon family escapes with their lives after an early morning fire destroys their home. Tonight, they're raising serious concerns about the emergency response after desperately calling for help.
119 hang up on me. 119 we're supposed to. Where them a collect taxpayer money for that, me want know.
Then, a vacation nightmare in Ocho Rios.
We have to literally use the waste basket, fill the waste basket, pour it into the toilet to flush that.
I got moved last night at 10:30 to the area that isn't impacted this way, and this has been since we checked in Tuesday. So last night, only because I made such a stink, such a scene in the lobby, and I said, no, I'll call a lawyer. You can't leave me with no bathroom.
Guests at the Rio Hotel say they spent days without running water. Tonight, what hotel management is saying about the disruption. Plus, there's good news tonight.
I will be presenting a scholarship valued at $1,700,000 to the students of Rodentia Primary and Infant School. Each child, what do you expect? Each child will be leaving here.
A life-changing surprise for an entire graduating class. Ahead, the inspiring gift that's helping them take the next step toward high school. Welcome or welcome back to Jamaica News Page tonight. News that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay connected. Thank you for joining us, Tony Coley. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. We begin tonight in the United States, where 2 Jamaican men have been killed and another injured in a deadly drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, California. Police say the shooting happened shortly before 7:45 Friday evening near the intersection of 59th Street and Crenshaw Boulevard in the Hyde Park community.
Damn, who got slumped like that in the hood? Damn. They left it slumped on the sidewalk like that, no tent, no nothing.
Tent is up, thus there is a fatality. Live on Jamaica News, King Gerald Jones.
Responding officers found the 3 men suffering from gunshot wounds. One of the victims, a 49-year-old Jerome Cunningham, otherwise known as Rumi or Mapen Jerome, died at the scene. Another victim, a 60-year-old man known only as Cat, later died at hospital. The third victim, identified as 54-year-old Nanko Paul, remains hospitalized. As of news time, his condition has not been disclosed. According to investigators, multiple suspects approached the men before opening fire. The gunmen fled before police arrived and have not yet been captured. Detectives are continuing their investigation and have not announced a motive for the attack. Back home now, the police in St. Elizabeth are investigating a shooting that claimed the life of a woman Friday morning. The woman has been identified as Anishka Thompson of New Forest in Manchester. Investigators say the incident occurred around 8:30 in Hilltop District, Parity. According to investigators, Thompson's 38-year-old boyfriend told detectives he was preparing for work when he removed his licensed firearm from a safe and placed it on a table. He reportedly said he was loading the weapon when Thompson playfully picked it up. The man told investigators that while trying to take the firearm from her, a shot was fired. Thompson was rushed to hospital and later pronounced dead. Police say an autopsy and ballistic examination will help determine exactly what happened. For now, the matter remains classified as a death investigation. In other developments tonight, a family in Lionel Town, Clarendon, is tonight counting their blessings after narrowly escaping this early morning fire that destroyed their home.
Me in a bathroom a bed. My little girl, me ask him what time, he say 9 minutes after 4. So me say, Akila go for your rake, line up your rake and a bag. Before we go out the road, me rake and go market, go buy my goods to go sell. Akila come out the door and come and run back. Mummy, fire! Fire dey on Boop's house. So me run out the bathroom, me run out the bathroom, me slide and drop. And me get up back, run out, as the day me born. And grab for jump, see jump twist up there so there. Grab for jump right there so start bail out the water. Call 119, see there. 119 hang up on me. 119 we supposed to. Where them a collect taxpayer money for that me want know. 119 supposed to be an emergency number, see it here. Me call 119, see it there. See if you sure say me not tell no lie. Me call 119, see it there.
With no immediate response, she turned to the Lionel Town police, begging them to get help to the scene.
At the time, 2 of her nephews were still asleep inside the burning house, unaware of the danger.
Me 2 nephews they in there asleep. Then could I dead in our house. And me auntie me send go call him.
So they never know what going on?
Never know them deep in a sleep, deep in a sleep.
Fortunately, all 5 occupants managed to escape without injury. Investigations are ongoing. In another major development tonight, visitors staying at the Rio Ocho Rios Hotel are speaking out after experiencing days without running water in parts of the resort.
We have to literally use the waste basket, fill the waste basket, pour it into the toilet to flush that.
I got moved last night at 10:30 to the area that isn't impacted this way. And this has been since we checked in Tuesday. So last night, only because I made such a stink, such a scene in the lobby, and I said, no, I'll call a lawyer. You can't leave me with no bathroom. You simply can't. Men are going outside, which, hey, God bless them, they can. Women can't do that. And this queen is not going to go into bushes.
If there's no running water, how is the staff washing their hands? I haven't eaten all day because I don't want to take that risk to go into a common area to eat food when there's no running water.
I'm here with about 25 people. We spent over $80,000 to come on our vacation, and it's terrible. I mean, right now my buddy, he is sick, and he don't know if it's because of the food he ate. And I have people from all over the United States came with us. And, the situation is bad, man. The toilets are backing up. I have my little 2-year-old son with me. I'm scared that he gets sick, you know what I'm saying? So we just want to rectify. We didn't even want money back. We just wanted the water to be running, but no one is listening.
Hotel management, however, maintains that the problem was confined to just one section of the property and denies claims that guests were ignored. Officials say some affected visitors were relocated to other rooms while repairs were carried out, adding that the issue has since been resolved. Millions of people across the United States celebrated the country's 250th birthday with patriotic events stretching from coast to coast. In New York City, crowds gathered for the annual Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular. Times Square hosted a unique celebration. The famous New Year's Eve ball dropped 8 different times over a 24-hour period, with each countdown representing midnight in a different time zone like Eastern, Pacific, Central, highlighting the nation's coast-to-coast celebration.
Time capsule is being buried right now, Doug Brinkley. We are live here in Philadelphia on Independence Mall as they bury the America 250 capsule. It contains artifacts, reflections of American life from all 50 states, 5 territories, and the District of Columbia. There are letters from all 50 governors, documents from all 3 branches of our government. They have a deconstructed iPhone, Coca-Cola. A round of applause as they bury the capsule there.
The capsule is expected to remain sealed for the next, get this, 250 years before being opened in the year 2276. And if you're watching from the year 2276, thank you for joining us and staying connected to what's happening across Jamaica. All right, let's talk about some track and field news.
The Barbados Grand Prix has its first champion of the night, Janila Spencer, all the way from Jamaica, taking the women's 100-meter hurdles. Janila, congrats on the win tonight. How does it feel to be a champion?
Thank you. It feels really nice to do it in front of like the Bajan crowd. It feels really nice, and this is my first time in Barbados.
First time in Barbados, you enjoying it so far?
Yes, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a beautiful country.
Let's talk about the race tonight now. Did your race go as you planned?
I'm not sure. I would have to look back at the video to see if I made any mistakes. But all I focused on was like getting out of the blocks and touching down quick off of each hurdle to separate myself from the competition.
You won here in front of a huge Barbados crowd tonight, and I'm sure that you have family and friends supporting you back home. Anything to say to any of your supporters?
Big up to Mommy, Daddy, Shami, Rochelle, Jackie, Crystal, and all of my friends back in Jamaica and Ohio.
Janila, congrats on the win.
Well done, and thank you for making us proud. And finally tonight, there's more good news. Take a look. 17 students graduating from Waldensia Primary and Infant School in Trelawney have received an unforgettable send-off to high school.
You can boast compassion, humility, and commitment to helping those in need continue to inspire people around the world, reminding us that success is most meaningful when it is shared with others. I will be presenting a scholarship valued at $1,700,000 to the students of Waldensia Primary and Infant School. Each child, what do you mean, each child will be leaving here this afternoon with $100,000.
You know, this is a remarkable investment to the future of Jamaica's young people. Thanks to the generosity of the Usain Bolt Foundation, Usain Bolt, those 17 graduates will begin high school with a little less financial burden and a lot more encouragement. Congratulations to the students and best wishes as they take the next step in their educational journey. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight. News that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica, and we're powered by viewers just like you. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining us, Tony Coley, and also thank you for watching Jamaica News Page tonight. We'll see you in the comments. And be sure to like, share, and join us again for more news. From all of us here, good night.